It's game time. Welcome to the Sports, Bant and Prosecco podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe we should call this.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So it's not.
Yeah, try and keep them close, because obviously the closer the better it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Can we check hers?
I was sitting here, like, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm waiting.
You're waiting.
They've not said nothing yet. They've not said nothing yet. They're going to say something in a minute.
Like, yeah.
Oh gosh, I like that.
Hurry.
I know, right?
I like that.
We'll see you at
And
5.
7 o'clock this morning, I was like, fuck, why did I say 3?
But you wanted a bit later.
Yeah. Well, I have to, because I was feeling rotten, I was like, oh, I've been a bit later. That'll give me a chance to see whether I can make it or not.
Yeah.
But by the time Vanessa went to gym and came back, I was like, actually, I think I can do this.
Oh, bless you, Mel.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, we
You're not
appreciate
feeling well,
you.
sweetheart?
Now I think I've got trapped wind, but I
She
think
needs a
I've had it
box
for
in her
like
belly.
2 days,
I've got the opposite
and
problem.
I actually thought I had a bug.
What's the
right?
opposite problem?
And I've worked
Oh,
out
Protein.
because so I was frightened to eat,
Ah.
but when I ate, it felt better.
Right.
So which makes me
So,
think it's
trapped
Trapped
wind.
wind.
And you're drinking.
ginger tea, because ginger tea is very good for your stomach.
Yeah.
And what with that?
And
What else?
peppermint.
Nothing's in there actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Nothing's in
only-
there.
that's why I said to her, I said, I take it. I'm the only one who's going to be drinking today.
Are you
then.
not drinking?
Maybe you might need it because it gives you gas. Just burst it out.
But if it
Bruh.
does, if it gives it.
And it's
nothing
just
worse
there.
when it don't come out. Yo.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a glass, but I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna
take my
have a tipple
time
in a bit as
and
well.
check my time.
That's a lie,
Because I got
doing
a bit
10k tomorrow, so I know.
I got a bit shook.
How's that going?
Girl.
What's that?
Never
You know
thought
what I
I'd hear you
realised,
say
yeah?
you're going running.
You
Oh, the running.
mother gatekeeping fuckers. And I'm going to tell you why I say this. I said this in the trainer shop as well. It's like the high you get from running.
Yeah.
Why does no one,
Yeah.
why is this not more widely publicised? How did I not fucking
Yeah,
know?
you do, but
the high is
You do.
mad.
Yeah,
And-
it
and
is.
are you
Remember we
doing
used to go
road
jogging
running?
all the time?
Am I darling?
Are you doing road running or are you doing treadmill running?
Oh,
No,
no, road running.
outside.
Yeah. Stand
No.
up.
Yeah,
can't
no, I
do
just
that.
wondered.
Yeah. The high is mad. Like, so this is my third week. This Saturday is the third week that I started running. And in that time, the first week I did 3 5Ks. Second week I did 2 7Ks. And I've just completed my first 10K.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did that
And
take
what's
you?
your goal? Is it to be able to do a marathon? I don't know.
I did a half
doing a half
marathon.
marathon.
I did a half marathon.
Because
in
my mate
Manchester.
did a half marathon,
Yeah.
but they do it in Bordeaux, right? And it's a wine marathon. So like you people can go and you drink wine, not the runner, but
Here's your reward.
but
gonna
the
say.
runners can.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's a wine marathon. So it's like a half
Interesting.
marathon in Bordeaux. Right, so my mate's gone, Vanessa's gone twice to watch her run. And she just
That's a good
drinks
little-
Are you
and...
coming to
And
Manchester
watches
to watch
it.
me in October? Yeah, you are.
I think...
Come,
Okay.
thanks.
All right.
Tina, you're coming as
You
well.
do. You have
Thanks.
no choice.
You have no choice.
Okay.
And it
Are you
starts
running for
So we'll
something?
make
And
it a
finishes
weekend in
at Old
Manchester.
Trafford.
I'm not going.
Nah, it's all right, thanks. Luke, I love you.
That's
but
not
nah,
how to
I'm
sell
not
it,
happening. Nah, sorry.
I'll do...
She'll go.
I'll say I
She'll
can't.
represent for
there's
both
no
of us.
shame on
It's
it.
just a Manchester
Can I
interview.
ask, what are you running for?
Cancer research.
So your
Remember
the
my
charity is
auntie that
cancer
died?
research.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Right.
church
So
cancer research.
once the
I'll send you the link.
you did, have you sent it yet?
No.
I was going to say
I need to write a nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
and
I'd
then
like
I'll
to.
send
I'd
it
like
over.
to. I rate anybody that does that, and you know, for me, I think all of us have experienced loss by cancer.
Of course.
Yeah.
For me, it's either
course.
cancer or heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coming.
Hence
I'm
why I
gonna
did
be
the
honest
squat
with you.
challenge for
Yeah.
the cancer.
You're
research.
coming.
Do you know what? I was so proud
It's a
of
nice
that.
weekend, so I think we go down on a Saturday.
Yep.
The town is going to be more or less locked off. It's just going to be pedestrianised because obviously they're preparing for
Yeah.
this kind of thing. Get some lunch, wander around the
Yeah.
town.
Yeah,
Like, hopefully it'll be
Manchester's
nice and
cool.
sunny.
And actually, because the run is when the
Sunday.
The
The
Sunday.
Sunday.
So we'd go up from Saturday and come back Monday.
Even Sunday, we
No,
can
come back
after the race.
Sunday
after the
evening.
race,
Yeah,
right.
after the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice for us
One
to
night
have
in
some
Manchester.
I
pictures.
do a
Yeah.
few bars in Manchester while you're
Exactly.
working out.
That's what we're saying.
While she's running.
It's actually true. Literally, you see me up at the start line, go and get a drink, come back.
It's
It's true.
true. You could even see potentially if there's a Man U game on the Saturday. See
What
what
you
you
can
can
do
get
at the
to
pub.
I mean, obviously we're not gonna go.
No.
Yeah, but you can watch
Yeah,
it.
but
on
hold
screen.
a minute.
But I can watch it on the screen
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
bar while drinking.
Yeah. But do you remember, guys? So you really keep saying about obviously I'm not going to go. But do you remember what we said we were going to do?
No, they're going. They're going.
No, I know. They're talking
No,
about Old
it's about
Trafford.
cheering on your mate.
No, they're
Oh,
going
I
to
can
do that.
I can do that and cheer my mate on.
I'm talking about Old Trafford. We said we're going to
Yeah,
go
it's nice,
to.
Her hair looks nice.
Thank you. We said we're going to go to each person's stadium
did say
next
that.
season. So you're coming
Yeah,
to Old
yeah.
Trafford.
It's really difficult to. That's the only thing. It's kind of difficult to get like tickets for the
Tickets for
games
this
at
particular.
the Emirates. But if it's like a Caribou Cup or something, then
Whatever,
it's more of a
something.
shout to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
tickets
yeah.
for.
Well, we'll give it a go. We'll give
But
it a
we give it a
go.
go. Yeah,
Give
yeah.
And you know what? Even somewhere like Manchester, even if we're just in the fucking town, is
Yes,
then-
absolutely.
You know,
No,
same
I'm
thing
looking
with
forward to the one in
Liverpool. Like, I feel like
October.
Chelsea and I could get us tickets.
I went Old Trafford to watch Arsenal play, and then they got my head kicked off by the Man U
Well,
fans.
I mean,
it's
which
when you-
side were you
yeah.
sitting in?
It's when you have to
no, coming out of the stadium.
Oh,
Not
what
in
did
the
you
stadium,
do?
coming out of the
What did
stadium.
you do?
They let you out into the Man U fans. And
You were
I was like, oh my God. And this woman punched me in my back.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, I turned around to her.
Of course you did. You smelled
And then
in
I
the
turned around
game.
and I saw all the Man United fans. And I said,
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
your battles. And I was just like, you know what? Let me just quickly get into the coach.
I'm gonna scan your face and I'll
No,
get you on the other
no,
side.
yeah,
I was like, this isn't a battle that I'm ever going to win.
And I know what? I didn't even feel like playing.
Yeah. Actually, it didn't really hurt.
It's fine.
It's
Cool.
okay.
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah. Is that your love language?
You're very pretty.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're very pretty.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah.
You're very pretty.
Yeah, very well,
You
very
gotta
well,
remember
very
where
well.
you're
Thank
at.
you.
You know, read
Honestly,
the
you got to pick your
room.
battles. It's literally-
Yeah, you just got to pick your
Read the
battles.
room.
Like, I've been to the bridge
Yeah.
and I've sat in the Chelsea section.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But them days, Arsenal had a navy blue
So
jersey.
you got away with it.
So I had my jumper over my navy blue
Do you know what?
jersey.
I've never
she
actually
couldn't
seen
blatantly
away
wear it.
supporters
Mate.
on
Right there.
the bridge. But now that I'm thinking about it, I've never actually seen.
But they are there.
See
Yeah,
what? You've
but
never
yeah.
seen what?
the away supporters. Like when you're herded out, I've never seen.
yeah,
the
No,
that's
but you
fair
don't
point.
though, because when you leave the Emirates, I never see the away fans.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
they have their own exit and then
then
they
we'll
go
go to
somewhere.
the
They
same
don't
station,
even come to the
isn't it?
station. I don't see them at the station. I
Same.
don't.
So,
Well, we've been good with
how
the
is
West
that
Ham
then?
people when I
wonder
went.
if it's
again?
changed at Old
The
Trafford.
West Ham.
I
We
don't
were
know.
in
I mean,
the-
you're
wonder.
talking a few years ago. When
Yeah.
the ground that I went to that I really actually thoroughly enjoyed was Anfield
Hmm.
and
Liverpool.
Newcastle. That's
Yeah.
great because I used to go away.
A good.
Liverpool.
Newcastle's a great crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a good shout.
Newcastle, Liverpool. towns
Anfield
I've
was
heard are
fine.
good.
I liked Anfield.
Yeah.
Old Trafford, they put you up in the gods as well, so you can't
really
you
see
just,
now.
everybody looks like you can only tell the team. You don't know who's got the ball because you're up in the gods. I don't know if that's changed now, but that's what
The
they used to put you in.
nosebleeds. Well, it's going to be changing
Whereas
soon.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
you're down right on the
Nicely.
ground. Yeah, so it's great because
So
you've got
it's
the whole
the
lower tier, the lower
stadium.
tier.
How big is Anfield?
Yeah, how many do you
But they're
have?
moving it, aren't they? But it's 30.
13?
No,
No,
let
it's
me
about
finish.
60. Isn't it 60?
Nah.
16,
No,
60.
no, I think it's about 40.
Oh.
Because that's why they're moving to a bigger ground. I don't think they've
I didn't
got.
know you were
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, yeah, we are moving, yeah.
Did Man City, was there football today?
it started.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. City's playing now. Not telling you.
Oh, it was 3 o'clock because there was no. Oh, it was Arsenal, Leon, Champions
I was watching
League.
that. They lost
61.
61.
61.
Okay, I didn't realize
61,
that. Not bad.
176.
Big.
I was
Maybe
going to
expanded
say
it,
it
my
couldn't
bad.
have been 40.
No, maybe my bad. Maybe it was
I
back in the
think
day
it was
they've
expanded it between,
Yeah.
at some point.
So
How did Arsenal do against Leon?
we lost 2-1. It's a shame actually. But Leon are like the top European team. They're the top women's football team in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's really a hard ask. We got back to 1-1, but I didn't see the last goal. By then I was on the road.
I know what my girls are doing.
When will you play? Today?
Today.
Yeah. So
it was
the first
today.
leg. I think you guys play later on today as well. The girls.
Yeah, I think we do. But I know the Chelsea women's is doing pretty well.
They're firing, but they
Yeah,
always
they
have.
are.
But you know,
They're
it's
always.
you know, it's funny, right? With women's football, I have no like. I like Chelsea. Like,
Oh,
I
you
like
don't mind.
I
I get what you
don't
mean,
mind.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have that.
Yeah,
Probably
that.
only Spurs
yeah.
wins, but that's because it's
So
just
would you not be
Spurs.
interested in going to see a women's game?
I can get you
Totally.
tickets for that easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then.
I think you
Mm.
should.
I can
But
get
I
you.
think I don't know why we shouldn't.
We should do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
And that's
And it's-
how
and
we
it's
have a female
great.
podcast and we don't go and check
This
for
is
the
the
girls.
thing.
We're
So
just
we
busy talking about it.
Well, I can definitely get tickets for all of us for the Emirates. When
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
winning
let's
at the
do
Emirates.
that. Absolutely.
Because
Let's do
it's
that.
easy to come by.
Yeah, let's do that, Mel.
And
Let's
that's
do
all
that.
think Chelsea women's plays at the bridge though.
No, but Arsenal women's play most of their games down at the
the
Emirates, unless there's a clash with the men.
Okay.
And I think, like, I know with Tottenham, like Man U and Liverpool, I think they play at like Anfield or White Hart Lane
Yes.
or Old Trafford if it's a big game,
Yeah.
and then they open up the stadium. So I think we've played at Old Trafford when we played you guys.
Yeah.
I think. And
Yeah,
at
because
Anfield,
the women
a
play
big
at
game.
Old Trafford
Yeah.
for Manchester,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
But not all their games.
No,
Okay,
no.
cool. All right, so we'll go and see a game over on the weekend of the 11th, 12th in October. I'll send you guys a link to where we're staying. You just book it now.
Yeah, you said you did. You don't
Yeah,
play
you
thing.
just book it now.
Okay, cool.
And
We'll
make
check the
a
fixtures.
we'll make a
Might-
check picture. We'll make a,
Make a night of it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Get there nice and early.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, get an
Totally.
early train.
Listen,
Yeah.
every time I've gone to Manchester
We're going by train, right? Or you
I'm
driving?
not because the whole family's coming and I'm not getting on a train with them fuckers.
No way.
Well, I mean, we could drive.
Is Lent finished?
Yeah.
I gave up long time.
Yeah. just say yes.
I gave up a long time. Let me tell you what happened, yeah. Do you know what happened?
Did it finish on Sunday?
Most days, I forgot I was doing it.
Yeah.
And them days I forgot I was doing it, I don't know if
You
I saw or
don't
no.
remember? Yeah.
There's times when I'll be like, oh shit, okay, restart. Oh shit, okay, restart. I said, you know what, forget it. Next year.
Yeah, I gave up after
With the
the whole
Oswald.
hey scenario.
Yeah.
I gave up because I was like, oh.
There's just too many
Listen,
days.
I knew you weren't going to do it.
But the problem was, I
tough
just
one.
kept on forgetting. If I was on it, like, if I could just remember.
Exactly,
Whether I did or
right?
not, then
Yes.
you'd be like, okay, yeah, I didn't do it, so I'm good. Let me continue
I
as
go a
I.
whole week and be like, oh, what are you doing for Lent? Oh shit.
Oh shit.
You're like,
Say what?
I'm gonna pick something easier.
Yeah, I think so.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Mine was cake.
Yeah. Mine was biscuits, and I didn't.
No, I love the good
I love
old-
a biscuit.
Yeah,
Cake, so-
I generally didn't. It was only this one. It's the first time I've ever tried anything for
Let's
Lent.
do it again next year, probably.
And I think I had a few resets before we started.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
a
of
few
course,
resets
I'm
in the
sure,
middle.
yes.
And then it was just all over. I didn't even
And
remember that it was Lent.
Then I
There
started
you
making
go.
out rules. Like in the beginning, I was like, well, if I use the emojis, that don't count.
Oh wow! Withdrawal
Hence
symptoms.
why
Let me
you
just do
said the
something.
emoji with
Let
the
me
even
just do
that.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
But it
Okay.
shouldn't be that hard.
No, it
And
shouldn't
I
be
feel
that
like
hard.
because it's so hard, I feel like we should try again next
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Kind of thing.
It's-
Because
I think
Make
it's
it
also
easy.
because
That's
you're
like
thinking
the-
about it so
Yeah,
much. So
like
it's like,
Kate
okay.
was talking about it. So Tarika one evening I've come home, and he had cake, and I was like, "Whose cake is that, Tarika?"
And then there's that voice that you're making
And
it.
then Tarika goes, "Still Lent, right?"
Yes,
I
there
was
we
like,
go.
"Oh shoot!" I just looked at him. I walked away. I was like, "Oh."
No,
And
we
I
just
just
didn't
looked
have
at
no
that cake,
biscuits,
and I was
mate.
just looking at it, and I just walked away. I thought, you know what?
It's
So
alright.
Sunday, right?
yeah, tomorrow, yes. But that's the thing
yeah.
is,
So I've
cake
done-
is something you love, and take it biscuits is something you love.
Mm.
Yeah.
But there's no food that I love like that.
No, that's why I say for me,
Swearing, isn't it?
it's swearing.
And I
Maybe
say
the other
cake,
thing could be
But
alcohol.
it's Manny's cakes.
But I
Manny
don't.
Conia's
I can't
cakes.
do that.
I don't drink.
Yeah, but for me, probably the
Okay,
thing
let's
that
do
I could give
alcohol
up,
next year.
I could do
There
alcohol.
you go. Yeah. That's a good.
But I don't want to.
I was just gonna
Swearing
say I was
is-
waiting
Swearing
for
is-
it.
yeah. It's easier.
Do you know,
Yeah,
I don't
like-
actually drink. But if you tell me I
Can't
can't
drink.
drink,
Then you want a drink.
Problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defo,
It's always that though.
defo.
It's always that because somebody told you. Tita gave up McDonald's. I think every week she's like, yeah, I think about McDonald's. Can't wait for McDonald's. But then when it was time, she thought about this week. She's like, you know, I actually don't really want it now. I'm like, good on you. Give up some garbage for once.
do you know what that said? You know I'm on this health kick and I love you, not UPS, blah blah blah. Right, so I've not had that kind of mess for about since last September.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie. In the last 3 days, I've had McDonald's 3 times. In the last 3 days, I've had McDonald's.
But it
Three
gets like that
times.
though. It can happen like that.
I'm not even mad at myself.
No,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't be at
You
all.
shouldn't.
You shouldn't. You
I
shouldn't.
go through, so I'm not really a person that eats a lot of fast food, but I will go through where I go, I really
Fancy a
want
cheeseburger.
a burger.
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
really- and like, it will become, and I've got to find a way to go McDonald's, and I serve something that I love and I eat, and I go, it was, what?
The
I don't
barbecue
know.
McCrispy's been touching me nicely. I'm not
So-
gonna lie.
You know what?
The barbecue McCrispy has been.
Oh, I don't even know what.
I think it's another thing. Running makes you really hungry.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, please.
and I don't eat like I should eat sometimes. So
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll go for a run first thing in the morning, then I'll work, then I'll go gym, then I'll be running around, and then maybe about 1 or 2. Now
Thank you. Now you're
right.
really
Yeah, yeah.
So I just need something quick. I just need something fast. I just
Yeah.
need,
Yep.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm at Crispy's doing me nice.
Because it's the chicken one, right?
Yes.
But they put barbecue sauce all over it.
Of
as well.
course,
really?
exactly.
Oh,
But
right.
this is it. You have to listen. I hear it. Sometimes it's like, yeah, and then I'm like, Claus, you had McDonald's twice or whatever. It's like,
I've been at this 6 months. I don't give a shit.
who cares?
Yeah,
KFC
Like,
in Zambia
really?
was-
Guess
I think
what?
you kind of know when you're overdoing it,
Oh,
and
my
you feel
days,
like, actually,
absolutely.
maybe this I need to stop.
But I'll be
now,
honest with you.
Generally
yeah.
speaking,
The amount of I'm exercising in the moment,
you can eat anything.
I need it. I
Yeah.
need
Yeah,
the
no,
fuel.
you do.
I
You
need
need,
the
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
it. I need the
Yeah,
fuel,
you
and I need it
fuel.
quickly.
Yeah.
The carbs, the salt would
Especially that
definitely-
you're working out twice a day.
Yeah.
I
So,
actually
yeah.
need it.
Definitely
my
need
10K,
them.
I burned 600 calories, and then I had a handful of cashews. Went gym, came back. By that point, I burnt 1,000 calories.
There you
Wow.
go. So
I
you need to
food.
refuel because
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's sustenance
I ain't trying to lose
to
no more.
maintain your muscle,
Because that's the thing.
repair as well. You know, protein and all of it.
Yeah.
And I need glycogen stores for the next one. I was like, I'm not going
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
And carbs fuel your body. Good
Yes,
carbs,
man.
complex carbs.
Well, I've been having a conversation with somebody recently. They're like, oh, so how do you lose weight? They're like, this is them, not me.
Yeah.
basically no carbs, and I was thinking, you're gonna have a problem when you reintroduce.
When you
carbs.
introduce, exactly, that is the problem.
Yeah,
There's got to be a
problem.
balance.
And on top of that, carbs carries 4 times its own water weight.
Yep.
So you're gonna think you've put on bare weight, and you
yet it's
haven't.
just-
Yeah.
No, it's very
Also,
true.
it also means you've lost
Understand
water weight,
it.
not actual fat.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't say nothing because people. I can tell sometimes when I'm like, no, you should eat everything. You need fats. You need good fats. You need it. I can see people's faces glazing over. So you know what?
Done.
Zip it. It's not. Do you know what, Lou? And that's the right thing because there's times you just got to listen.
You got to listen.
Even in the gym the other day, I was at the gym and I saw this girl. She was doing something and it was so wrong. And normally I'd be like, "You're doing it wrong." In this case, I was like, "F that. I'm doing my own shit. I'm on a mission. That's your business." I couldn't be bothered. I was just like, it's not all the time I'm going to say something.
Do you know what? I saw like a group. It's like 3 of them, and it was like the blind leading the dumb.
Yes.
The blind leading the deaf leading the dumb.
Yeah, and I wanted to say something so bad. First of all, it was far too light. Secondly, they were over hyperextending kind of thing. I was like, I want to say something. You're going to hurt yourself. But you know what?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the hyperextension. The way you see people flinging whatever it is.
And it's mad light as well.
I'm like, yes.
And it's mad
There's
light.
no control. The form is all off. It's just like, what are you doing? Yeah. And then you're thinking, and I'm just like, yeah.
If you ask me, I'll give you the tea. But
Yeah.
But sometimes you just
I've
get
never
your vibe
been.
for
I
me.
think it's very rare that I do
Oh,
say
no,
something
no,
because
you-
I always feel. Huh?
You wouldn't. Tina
No,
ain't got time for it.
I
do you know what though? I am receptive. Like if I'm in a gym and someone comes over and says, "Do you know what? There's a better way of doing this," and that's happened to me a few times. I'm very
Oh yeah.
receptive.
When you say it to me, I'll take it in and see
very,
them.
because
Others
I
don't
wanna
take it.
hurt
Some people,
myself.
yeah,
But B, if
exactly.
you're gonna tell me something that's gonna give me gains, yo,
Just
I wanna
bring
bring
it
it
on.
on.
bring it on, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Now your
But
gains are on
not
point,
everybody's
then.
like that.
No.
Yeah, so
Yeah, no, they're really, really good.
thank you, my girl.
So welcome to
Sports,
Pants and
Prosecco. Glory.
And we're gonna launch right in. No. We're gonna launch right
No, I
into
think we gotta start with that.
Real
babes.
Madrid, man.
No, we gotta start with that.
That's not it.
That was a
That's not
miracle
it.
game. I've seen the highlights. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it. They went from 2-0. Do you know what? I'll let you go.
Cool. Man United.
Yeah.
Listen. Can you make them watch it? You have to
Was
see.
it the last
This
goal
is a
within
nice
minute?
prosecco.
It is, and I chose
It's
rosé.
lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, because I like rosé, and I was like, you know what? I thought I'd pick up the rosé
minutes.
one.
It's not too
Mel?
heavy on the
No, it's
colour.
not.
Walking through
Your team, your game was pretty much done from the first leg. So we'll talk about you second.
No,
So today,
I'm not listening.
It's today.
No, this is actually a good story. I ain't gonna lie.
Let me tell you, the game was
always
on.
about Man United.
Did you hear me in the voice note?
I heard it.
I didn't even listen to it.
Oh my
I had it next morning.
God.
When I went to
Listen,
watch
listen,
highlights.
I was
listen.
out.
Right, so while we're still just sitting here, before we go on any further, I have to play you.
The one
The
glory
voice
they
note.
get.
I
United
don't know how
were
they did
winning.
it.
I'm going to explain
I don't
it.
even
They
know.
were winning.
Even-
I'm going to explain it.
Mm.
So, United, the game was, again, dynamic. They started off aggressive. The game was good. I've not seen United. Even the commentators were like, yo, United, it was a great game. Great game. 2 evenly matched sides. But anyway, we scored 2 goals. We're cruising 2-0. Second half, I think
Second
it
half
was.
it was, yeah.
And it was a ping pong. You know those balls that it was a quick ping, 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 and then it's landed on a Leon's head. He's headed it in, and Arna's just grounded. He couldn't do nothing about that. Defense sleeping, fair enough. I'm like, funny been
So it's 2-1 now.
All right, 2-1. And then it was 2-2. Oh my god.
Is it Lacazette who came and scored, right?
Yes.
Came on as a sub.
Yes, Lacazette did that last week. He came on as a sub and he made a huge difference. They did the same thing. Subbed him, put him on. Anyway, cut long story short, because you don't want to hear too much about it.
If that.
The
if any.
best bit was the last 6 minutes. It was 6
But
minutes.
he's not going to leave out the
extra
penalty.
time.
So to get them 3-2, they
Well,
had a
this
pen.
is why. Wait. This is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Because all that happened in 6 minutes.
Really?
All that happened in 6 minutes. We got 3 goals in 6 minutes of extra time. Is what we had left to do. Okay,
Best
so now
6
the
minutes
whole
of your
90
life,
minutes.
boy.
The whole 90 minutes is done. You've gone into extra time because it's 2-2 and it's 4-4 in aggregate. Extra times happened. At this point, I'm cussing, because I'm like, literally, I was like, wait, you were playing so well, and this is
Clara.
where we're at.
Am I telling you, this is fucking shit.
I tell you.
This is my team.
Yeah. Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
play you the voice note. Anyway, Mel. So I'm sitting there, just like, yeah, whatever, watching it. Tariq was with me, but he was very calm. He's like, Mom, I don't know. I've got a feeling that this is not over. I'm like, shut up. This game's done. What are you talking about?
Is
not
it vexed
over.
with him?
Yeah, I'm like, it's over. Anyway, Bruno gets a penalty, which was soft. Casemiro got kicked, but kudos to Casemiro. And Casemiro was really good that game, actually.
Kudos for him for faking it, yeah?
Exactly.
No, I'm saying for,
Wow.
for going
Exactly.
down.
Yeah,
He got
exactly.
He got kicked and he
Let
went
me see.
down. Some players get kicked and they don't go down, and that's your own fault. So what I'm saying
So
is
learn from
Casemiro got
Casemiro.
touched and he went down, and it was a penalty. Bruno scored that, so we're now at
3-2.
3-3.
3-2.
Didn't it finish 4-3?
oh my god, this game was so
It finished
fire,
4-3.
right?
Was it? Yeah, it was
finished-
Yeah,
4-3.
finished 4-3.
So
Yeah.
that 3 was an equaliser.
So
The
now
third
you've
one
gone
was an
3-0.
No,
equaliser.
the game didn't finish 4-3. The game finished
5-4.
5-4.
5-4.
This
Yeah,
is
sorry.
confusing me. I'm like, the game finished 5-4
And
now.
Leon was up at the point where
Because they
Bruno
had
scored.
scored. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
They had scored. And that's the thing is they had scored. So it was 3-2 now
That's it.
to them. Then, so at this point, I'm like, this is not happening. We've got to get 3 goals in 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Bruno, penalty. He scores. It's 3-3. Now everybody's excited. And I'm sitting there like, no, this is not going to happen. Then, Mainu. Composure. Those man around him, you have to see the goal. Then he scores the goal, and then it's 4-3. I am going losing my shit in my front room now, isn't it?
In your gown.
Mel,
This is what I mean.
it was the fans had left.
Yeah,
You
the
had
fans
fans
had
who
I
left.
saw
left.
pictures of them watching it outside the
Yeah.
Right? You had fans who had left, so you got Savage going, oh my God, the fans that have left are coming back in now, they're coming back in. Literally, the commentators are saying the fans are coming back in because it's now 4-3. Right? So we're like, no. And then Harry Maguire, a free kick, Casemiro kicks a ball over. Harry Maguire headers it. I said, you're
It was on his
fucking
own.
joking me. 5-3.
I don't know what the defense was doing
I
for Liam.
am
but-
literally at this point saying, you are shitting me. Have we really done this? You know? Now, United, Old Trafford, Amrin, I have not seen him since the whole time this man's been at Old Trafford.
His balls are probably sweating.
Smile.
Who?
He was happy.
Oh,
Ruben Amrin.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, the smile on his face. He jumped, he was leaping up in the air. It was Old Trafford of old. And that's the best way I can describe that. And that is those
Has Ugarte
final
ever
dying
scored for you guys
minutes.
before?
Who?
Ugarte? Is it Ugarte?
Oh, Garte's goal was good.
So you're going through to the semis now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you
So-
playing in the semis?
We're playing athletics.
Bilbao.
Yeah.
So wait, but one more question. So who scored the 4th for Leon?
For Leon.
I don't care.
Let me go have a look. So
I don't care.
So Leon's first goal was in the 71st minute. Second goal, Tolisso.
Yep.
77th.
Oh, and he got sent off, of
Tagliafico.
course.
He's the one that got sent off.
Yep.
Yeah.
He came off in the 89th. So, not long after he
That's the
scored.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. Then Tagliafico was in the 77th. 104th minute was Cherko. And then Lacazette got a penalty at the 109th. And
That's
then
it.
you lot went on
Oh,
to
sorry,
score
that's it.
2
Lacazette got the
more.
penalty. When Lacazette
So-
scored the penalty, he was running to his team, which understandably, like, we've won this, we got this. You should have seen them afterwards.
So they had 10 minutes. So they had 10 men in the end.
Yeah.
And do you know what it is? So Lacazette's got the penalty. And from that penalty, Fernandes then got a penalty.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then 2 more goals.
Those have gone in.
So you lot went down
Yeah.
to 4.
And I have to give it to Leon, though, because even with the
No, but at that point, they had 4 on you lot.
Yes, thank you, Lucy. I haven't got it wrong. They had 4 on us. I said 3. It was 4. 4, right?
No, you did well, yeah. You did
Listen,
well.
And
I
then
was...
Maguire scores a minute after Mainu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mainu.
Hey,
yeah.
Jesus is
Mainu's
Lord.
goal was sick. And he came on as a sub. Him and Ericsson, I believe, came on. But the composure of Mainu, the strength. But do you know what? We played well. Manchester United played well. I was very just more disappointed with them. That's why I say 2 even
You-
match
you
side,
gave yourselves
because
a heart
you're saying
attack.
Leon are not that great. Man
Yeah.
United ain't been that great
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah.
So I can say that. But the game was really good. But Leon, with 10 men, I have to be honest, looked like they were going to
Yeah,
score
no,
more
they
goals
really did.
than,
Yeah.
than Man United with 11. And that's the
Interesting.
truth. So they really, it was a good game. They
What did
played
Tolisso
well.
get sent off for?
2 yellow cards.
Okay.
2 yellow cards. Idiot. Like, 2 yellow cards, he got sent off. But Rio, then they showed Rio in the stadium.
He must have been
Oh,
going.
He was going loopy,
my
mate.
Days.
Must have
It
been going
was
nuts.
the
Oh, what an
best
idiot. The
thing.
second, as you're just asking, the second yellow he got, that was not necessary. He
Thank you,
literally,
he's
look
an
at
idiot.
this.
He
Look,
clipped.
look. Oh, shit.
He clipped.
Oh, silly,
doing it very silly.
silly. Weren't necessary at
See,
all.
Mel, you don't want to see, do you?
That was silly. Is that it in real time?
That's in
No,
real
you
time.
really detest my team.
Not as much as I detest Spurs.
No, I know. Oh, no, I know that. So it's
Silly.
Spurs. And then
You
Man
know what,
United.
though?
You're yellow as
Blink
well.
and you miss it.
Yeah.
Blink
Oh,
and you
you
miss
missed
it.
it. Miss it.
So what are you going to do? Kick the ball away?
Can
No.
just tripped up the defender. Blink
They're
and
just
you
going
miss
to show
it.
it just now.
Who did you take down?
It's
actually don't
literally,
even know.
it was so they're going to show. Okay, he's just been given second yellow. It was cheeky, it was naughty.
It was just not.
Blink and
It
you
was
missed
not
it.
needed. He
He
shouldn't have
didn't
done
need it
it.
at all.
Right, so he shouldn't have done what he did. But
But he wasn't actually on the ball either.
What a numpty.
Silly,
Anyway.
silly.
Did he touch him?
Like, blink and you miss it for
Blink
sure.
and you miss it.
Blink and you miss it for
that
sure.
to slow it down.
The referee. Anyway,
That had
I
to
don't
No,
know.
slow
but it was the right call.
Was.
Yeah, it was
It
right
was
call.
right call.
I remember
But
it's
yeah,
yellow.
so for
No,
me,
yeah.
to come back, I was proud of the boys. And what an ending to a mad game. I've not watched. Do you know
Yeah.
in Europe, the stats in
Their
Europe?
third goal.
Who's that?
Leon's third goal.
Oh.
Look at this.
Can you watch that in your own time now?
You asked us to watch now.
That's a cheeky goal.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
You
so-
know what? It wasn't he that's good. It's them that's shit.
Yeah,
That's
it was
what
just
I'm saying.
it was
Yeah.
everything that was just like, whoa, hold on, what happened to you guys? There was three of you.
Yeah, exactly. And Nana trying to.
Oh,
Oh,
this is
is
like the
that the one where
4-2.
Nana scooped out from the back of the net?
No, the third one was their third one was one he scooped out from the back of the net.
So Shaw gave away
But
the
Nana-
penalty.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at that. Why Egypt?
Soft though.
The big bottom. That's what it was.
Wow.
Very soft though.
Very.
It was a crazy game. You've
Mm.
never had a game in
4-2.
Europe
I did not know
that
you guys came
a
back
team
from
has
that.
been down that much and come back to win.
You can understand why he fought like as
No, you have. We're talking about
Yeah.
United.
Mm.
No, there was a stat. There was a stat. There was a stat, Mel.
Oh, I'm not arguing with you.
No, because
I was just trying to think if it's true. That's all. I'm not arguing with you.
No, I know. I think it's the face, isn't it? And
So-
every time it comes to United,
No, the thing is, that was an innocent face. That was actually she was like, I'm not arguing
No,
with
she
you.
was like, it's like
So who are you playing next?
we play Athletic Bilbao.
Bilbao.
And at
You know,
this
we've
point,
got-
it's not too late.
And the
is it?
manager's
4-2.
actually
It is
said
still
now
4-2.
in the Premier League he's resting the big boys.
Fair enough.
No,
He's
but
gonna-
fair.
That's fine. As well.
It's not
He might as
fair. It's not
well.
fair. He said I'm going to play the youngsters in the Premier League because we've got to.
You're
go
ready,
win.
you're ready at the
You might as well.
win.
Have you
Europa.
And they can't be any worse than the first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It might as well because the first team's shit in the Premier League. So
Well,
might as well
and the
not
season's
bother.
over.
over, but the
Yeah.
season's done.
You might
for
as well
us.
just
And they
say it.
can't listen. You're not gonna get
I'm
relegated.
sorry,
so
our
it's cool.
chance of
That's a
playing in
nice
the
goal by
Premier-
Menu.
Yeah, right.
Oh
Thank you.
yeah. Oi,
Yes.
go on, little
You nearly
boy.
get a hand to
I
it.
You
literally
know.
was like, yeah, I was. My son filmed. Did he send it to you?
Eh, what?
Tariq, did he?
Yeah, he did.
It's who filmed me because I
But
was
Maguire must have. That's like, jeez.
Melanie, the
What's he
team
done?
had me
Hmm.
up and down. Listen.
Mad thing. That's a nice.
That is
goal.
nice. That
Listen
was.
to this.
5 minutes, we can win this game.
Put it into the mic. Put it into the mic. Clara, put it into the mic.
Pretty much.
That's hilarious.
Right? And then-
That's like the only word I can make out.
In the group chat, I said extra time, first minute. No, I went F me, 2-2, I can't, right? Extra time. And then 79 minutes in, blah, blah, unless we score. I said, we had so much, we were so good and we missed chances. I said, effing annoying. Leon down to 10, my team is shit. 3-2 with man extra. You know what I mean? With a man extra.
Yeah.
I said, how, please someone help me understand? Because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what was going on. But I literally-
No one's responding.
Nobody responded. Like, this is what I'm saying, the disrespect. I was asleep. She was out. Right? The disrespect.
What day was that?
And then
What day was that?
Thursday,
And then wait,
Oh.
during the match, Savage had said, "Yeah, man, they've been dynamic," and I was agreeing. I'm like, "Yeah, dynamic." Savage said excuse my language, but I said they're wankers. Dynamic, my fucking ass. Because at this point we're losing 3-2, and I said I said can't maintain shit. Basically, you couldn't maintain that lead. I was at 3-2 down. Are you serious?
So you're really just chatting to yourself?
pretty much.
Fully.
Tina's put
In the
laughing
group chat.
emojis, and I said, "Now we give it effing penalty." Oh
What
my
time
god!
was this?
And I went, "I'm going to bed."
What time is it?
What time
This
was
is now 10:28,
Well, that's like
10:25.
half my bed.
What time you got
4-2 at this
About
point now, guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then I woke up at like 1.
Oh.
At 10:28, it was 4-2, and I said pure embarrassment. I said, wow, beaten at home by a team with 10 men. I have seen it all today with my team. And I went 4-4. At this point, come back.
Can't breathe, girls. I can't breathe. Help me.
I can't breathe.
5 minutes. We can win this game, surely. Fucking Man Utd. God. Can't breathe.
Yeah, oh, sorry. It's so...
Don't you sound like a chipmunk?
Now imagine listen to that on 1.5. Oh no.
No, but not literally. You know when the game did, I said I was up,
You must have
down.
been up and
They
down,
were
mate.
so, but yeah, so that was that. Now Real Madrid and Arsenal. Hey? Go on, talk about
Well,
your
it was
team.
it wasn't exciting as yours.
No, it wasn't. Trust
No.
me.
Not like
It was
that.
good though, but it
No,
was, yeah,
for real, it was the first leg.
Yeah, no,
So
the
the
first
first
leg you did
leg.
that. You did
Yeah,
that
well,
nicely.
I don't
The
really
first
feel like
leg-
Real turned up. Maybe the first leg psychologically affected them for the second leg, but I don't really feel like the second game. I don't feel like they turned up.
No, I think Arteta got his tactics right.
Yeah.
Right? And actually, because in the first leg, Vinicius Jr., was he playing? Skelly had him in his pocket.
Mate.
Did we even
Oh my
see
God,
Vinicius
Skelly,
Jr.?
no.
I
Right?
didn't
And he's
even watch
18, his first,
the second.
first time in the
Really
Premiership
good,
this
you know,
season.
Skelly.
Right? And he had
Yeah,
him in
for
his
real.
pocket. Right? And then, obviously, well, the one Mbappe, I don't know what team, right? But
Mate.
our midfield
There was a lot of looking.
completely dominated Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And even though we hadn't scored yet, you weren't. I mean, I'd gone into that game thinking we was going to lose. Right?
Is that the
I thought
first game?
we was going to lose.
I didn't think we were going to lose at home.
I thought we was going to lose. Right? Because I thought with Gabriel out in defence, and
Well,
I'm thinking
do you
about
know what?
them,
It's true.
and I'm
Yeah,
thinking about
well,
their
good,
front,
okay.
their front line.
Yeah.
I'm like, are we going to keep them out?
Yeah.
I thought we could score,
But keeping them out.
but keeping them out, I thought would be difficult.
Did they score
But-
the first?
No.
They didn't.
No.
3-0.
But
One
Kivior,
goal is what they've scored over the 2 legs.
Kivior was outstanding
Okay.
as a replacement for Gabriel. He didn't miss anything. It was outstanding, right? And then obviously Declan Rice turned up.
Yeah, yeah. But
Turned
equally,
up.
I'm not altogether sure Real Madrid knew what was going on.
They didn't know what
No,
to do
they
with
didn't.
them.
Respectfully.
No, especially with the first corner kick, I was like, you could see all over the faces. They're like, "What's the F is
What's
going
going
on?"
on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were shocked.
Yeah.
They were shocked.
They thought
They're
they were
literally
going to
like,
Arsenal.
visibly,
And remember, Courtois made 2
big saves.
big saves,
Yeah.
like double saves,
Yeah.
triple saves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it would have been
He did
5.
good.
Yeah.
He did good.
Yeah. And then, but interestingly, going back to the Bernabeu, I was actually more nervous.
Okay.
I was actually more nervous because we're in their ground and they've got to turn up.
Well,
Yeah,
of
but they've
course,
got a
and
lot
that's
to
what
do.
you
That's
expect.
me. Yeah, but the only thing I kept saying
they
is,
didn't.
I think we will score. I kept saying, I think we will score. And if we score
They've got even more to
early,
do.
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Here's the
Right.
thing. I never thought they were going to score 4 against you, and they would
No,
need to score
and-
at least 4 against you.
They would have
to win
needed
that.
to. Or
Yeah,
three
and
to
I
take
didn't
it
think
to
that
And I
was
don't
What
think
happened?
it's possible.
Huh?
What was the final score?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
Remember,
Oh.
they already had 3
Yeah,
one.
3
and-
five,
and
five,
really,
5-1.
That was 5-1 on aggregate.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I love Starboy, but when he did that penalty,
I know.
Oh,
I
that
sat
was
down.
so silly.
I sat down and I was just like,
Yeah.
But I knew
No.
it wasn't going in.
I
knew.
just like, brethren. Well, I got up and I went outside the back garden. And I'm saying to my brother, I can't watch this.
I don't know
I can't watch this.
why I
And
knew
then
it
when
weren't going in, but
when
I knew
he
it
hit
weren't going
it,
Yeah.
because I was outside looking through the window, I thought he scored. So I jumped up and then realised that he hadn't scored. And I was like, and then when I saw what he did, I was like, yo.
Why does he do that?
He chipped,
Why?
right?
Yeah.
Now, why would you do
I-
that?
I
That was
just-
such a
I-
terrible...
But fair play to
No.
Courtois.
He still had to save it.
Yeah,
That
he
was
still
a
had to.
wicked
He didn't miss
save.
it.
Yeah.
Because he went down, but
Yeah.
the hand
And the
went
hand
out.
went out.
Remember,
for sure.
Courtois is one of the biggest goalkeepers in the
He's
world.
massive.
Yeah,
Right?
so
So
he's
it-
But imagine if he'd put 2 hands
Yeah.
that way.
Then it would have been
That hand
over.
going up was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, so now we've given them a bit of heart. Because we missed the penalty. Right? And then they got the penalty. Right? And when they got the penalty,
But didn't
it
it didn't
was
stand
good. When
first.
they got the penalty, I was like, because
Arsenal.
I was like,
Okay.
soft. But technically, he did have his hand on him.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm going to my brother, this is soft, man. But he's going to give
It should have been awarded, though.
He's
I'm not
going
going
to
to lie
give
to
it.
you. It should have been
But,
awarded.
but technically, I think he had his hand on him. But I think it was the way Mbappe pirouetted when he fell down.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
made.
he
That's
did-
what
Here's the
made
thing,
the
the
referee's
referee-
decision.
I hear it, but
Yeah.
technically...
Because he fell in
in a natural position.
in a natural position,
Yeah.
and I think.
But
I'm not saying it's right.
It's
I'm
a
just saying.
lesson
I think,
learned for Rice
Yeah.
because you
But
let
you
that
still
happen.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you still did
You don't forget the fact that you did it. You let it happen in the box. Like it was silly.
And then I'm saying, you know what, this referee's a bit dodge, right?
Nah, I didn't agree.
Right,
That
I thought the referee was a bit dodge. So I'm like, boys better be smart, and they
Yeah.
better play the game smart, because Real Madrid, they'll start coming out with the dark arts, and I don't know whether the referee can handle the dark arts, right? And then so I was so pleased when Zaka got his goal, which was basically another chip.
To be clear,
That was a great goal.
And
It was a great goal.
Val,
Sorry, I'm having a moment now.
Val,
Saka was a star boy on the night though.
but you know Val,
he was
is
so
it Val
good.
Perez, the Real Madrid player that was suspended?
Vasquez.
He tried to boy up Saka.
Yeah, what was that about?
So he grabbed him, innit? Because he's saying that Saka tried to basically, they weren't impressed with Saka's penalty. Saying, what are you trying to do? So he grabbed him, innit? And so the Arsenal...
Wait.
The penalty didn't go in.
Yeah.
Hold a minute,
Because it was a cheeky penalty, right?
So it didn't go in.
So he's saying it's a disrespect.
In fact, to be honest with you, Saka should be more embarrassed than anybody else. So
But he was like, you're disrespectful.
oh, fuck off.
So
Was he
grabbed
really touched?
Saka.
Yeah, he grabbed him, and then Saka pushed him or
and
something,
Saka
didn't it?
pushed him, and then the
Rightly
Arsenal
so.
trainer and
Exactly.
Ben White got involved.
Got involved.
Put him
When was
away.
this? Right at the
This
end?
at the half-time.
Half-time.
When they're coming off. So he's now, they're talking about banning him for 4 games, because one, he went
Banning
past,
who?
Vasquez.
Vasquez. And he wasn't
One,
even on
he
the
wasn't-
pitch.
He wasn't on
No,
he
he was
wasn't
dressed.
part of the team.
I thought it was for a minute.
Right,
I
he's
thought
gone
he
in the
was your
technical
manager.
zone. He's put his hand on a player.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
but
they
then
should.
that's
They
it.
rightly should do.
Yeah.
Because I think it's dumb.
And the thing is,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, man to man, no, human to human. You put your neck around my fucking, you put your hand around
You're
my fucking
mad.
neck, yeah? It's peak for you.
Yeah.
But that's why the trainer got involved, and obviously
Because
because
Saka,
they wanted to pause,
the fact that
make
he
sure
didn't
there's
yeah,
no
spark
issue.
him back, no, but the fact that he didn't spark him back, that shows restraint.
Yeah.
Because you put your hand around
Yeah.
my throat, we're
Yeah.
fine.
And then obviously he came on the second half and really put the boy to bed.
Saka
That's it.
was...
You know what I mean? And then
He had
and-
chance after chance. Saka was aggressive with it, like in terms of persistent.
yeah, he didn't let it
was
phase
aggressive.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
was
very strong.
didn't get in his head,
Yeah.
No.
which was the one
penalty.
thing you hope.
But even before the
And they were
before
saying
the
that, the
penalties,
commentators.
he was creating. He
yeah.
was working his ass off.
Yeah.
And then, but Mourinho set up both goals, right? And the ball through to Martinelli.
Yeah,
Right.
that was-
I mean, I know by then they were going forward
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was open, but
Oh,
it was just a nice
Martinelli,
icing.
yeah, that was nice. That
on
was
the
nice.
cake.
It
It
was
was
the
I didn't
just
see it
icing
because I was
Oh,
on the
that
cake.
was
at this
nice.
point. I think I was at the airport.
And they
as
put
well.
the roof down. So the Arsenal fans were saying, because you know they closed their roof to
Who's
make
the
it more,
Bernabeu?
to make it more. And they
So
were
for
like,
the
don't
sound
you
acoustics.
realise that rice cooks better?
I do like Declan Rice.
I do
Yeah.
like
It's a
that.
funny looking fella, but I do like
Do you know what? Right, I love Jude Bellingham, but
same.
he taught him a lesson that day.
Bellingham?
He,
No.
he,
I know you
what?
see the
highlights,
He
you know.
buoyed off Bellingham.
But
He buoyed off
Bellingham
Bellingham.
lost
Did you just talk-
composure.
Yeah,
That's what I was
because
gonna
he
say.
buoyed off Bellingham.
Yeah, but
So he got
normally
frustrated.
Bellingham's really good at like
Yeah, but if you
playing. But
no.
I've always said this. Yeah, certain man. Same thing with Anthony Joshua. I'm like, don't get it twisted. He don't have no composure. He's playing composure for you.
Yeah, but-
Bellingham's the same. He's
Yeah,
playing
and
composure.
if you watch Bellingham in a few of the Real Madrid games, he loses his shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah,
but
melts
this
down.
is
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
this is
and
I don't think he likes
I'll be like,
losing very
you
much.
didn't
That's
like,
it. He doesn't like to lose.
chill out
Do you know
a
what? I
bit.
think there's losing, and then there's big Real Madrid getting buoyed off by Arsenal. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, and also,
With all our injuries.
Yeah.
With all
But
our
even
injuries.
with
You know,
without your
with
injuries,
everything that
it's-
was going
but
on,
you
to
know what?
buoy them off like that.
but then also
It
you've
was
got
one of the greatest
But
days
in a
of my
way,
life. I ain't
it's
gonna
big,
lie.
big Real Madrid, isn't it? Like they don't get buoyed like that.
No.
3-0 first game.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was one of the. I've gone.
was that game.
I've gone to 4 FA Cup finals and we've won. Right,
Mm.
so they were great. Right, 2 at Cardiff, 2 at Wembley. I've seen us win against Barcelona.
This is better.
Yeah.
And I've seen us go to the San Siro and win 5-1. This year game against
better.
Real Madrid tops the fucking lot. I was tops the lot.
How many games have you actually won against Real Madrid?
Actually, all
You've
of them.
never lost.
All of
though.
them,
You've
they've
never
lost.
lost.
No, that's
No,
the same.
yeah, but
That's
it's
the same.
always different eras, different teams.
Yeah, but that's a
Yeah,
fact.
but technically-
I know, but
The
technically,
records.
I when it comes to Europe, I don't necessarily always go by that because it could be so infrequent. Like if you think about it in
I
the
hear you.
Champions League, really when we were in it last season was the first time for years.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
looking
for
at that record for me doesn't mean
Yeah.
But
as much
Arteta
as if we were in it
himself-
year after year
Do you
after
know
year.
what?
But Arteta, is it the second season he's beating Real Madrid? Or
No,
is
we
it-
didn't play them in the first. We didn't play them last season.
before.
You lot went out kind of early last season.
Yeah, they
No,
did.
we went out in the we went out in the quarters.
This part.
Okay.
Yeah, we went out in the
Yeah,
quarters.
that's early.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to sort of
Yeah.
get his.
Speaking of
record.
which, Heifer, this whole time, the thing is why you got to do your own due diligence. Like, she's like, I remember I asked her one time, because obviously I don't know shit about Conference League, we don't generally play that. I was like, hey.
I did say to you I was 100% though.
Anyway, she said, no, you don't get shit. I said, oh, so what's the point? In my head, I was like, what's the
What do
point?
you mean you don't get if you? What do you
You
mean
go
you
into the
win?
Europa, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not only that, you jump to the league part of the Europa.
Oh, so you don't have to go through the qualifying
Nah,
No,
you
so it
jump,
has
which
to
makes
be
sense.
something.
Which-
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did
It's
actually
a bit like us when
because you asked me,
Yeah.
and I did say to you,
I ain't sure.
not 100%.
Because I was just thinking, what's the point?
Because I've
Yeah.
never really had to think
And
about the conference league.
Same, but also,
Okay.
if you think about it, I mean, take my team out of it just for a split second. Think about it, you've got these teams that potentially would never get the opportunity to play in
To play in
Europa.
Europa.
No, there's got to be an. There's got
Sense
to
it.
be a
There
way.
has to be something.
And a way.
Yeah, but that makes sense because it's even the Europa. You win the Europa, you play in the Champions League. So,
one more question:
it's
Europa,
totally-
do you jump to the league part of the Champions League?
Well,
or-
it did. I think it depends on your. I think it depends on your what do you call
I'm
it?
not
Your
sure, you know. I just
that
Your-
your,
domestically.
No,
No.
your because the seed, you're seeding because all the clubs are
In
seeded.
the whole
Right,
thing.
right, right,
Right, and that
right.
depends on what pot you're in and blah 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 blah. So I think the league, because the whole thing is a league, right? It's not qualification. It's not 2 legs unless you're qualifying to get
Oh yeah,
into
because it's
it.
changed now.
Because the format
Because the whole
formation
thing's set up.
changed.
So it's
of
all
course,
leagues,
the way you
right?
All right, so the
yeah,
winner
yeah.
of the competition is entitled to participate in the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah.
League.
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah,
So they do split
but
the
it's all league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all. But the reason why you
Oh,
split
right,
the
right,
qualifiers
right, right.
because of what Mel's just said.
Yeah,
no, it's all league.
It's all
Yeah, it's all
changed
league,
now.
right?
The
So you
format's
wouldn't go into the qualifiers. The qualifiers are for those that maybe
Yeah.
from the lower teams,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
lower
yeah,
European
yeah,
teams.
yeah.
that
Like if you
have
finish
to
like
play,
fifth
do
or
like a
sixth.
playoff.
Yeah.
So you would go into the league section.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First.
yeah.
So,
you're
That's
yeah.
fair, isn't
So
it?
you're
'Cause
both
it's
happy.
Yeah, but equally,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
standard.
necessarily
Well,
expect it. Just
listen,
because you
it's
run Europa
standard.
doesn't mean you get to play with the big boys. But it's nice that you do get to play with the big boys.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
kind of
for
thing.
sure. Yeah, no,
sure.
I was just like, I went to bed, right, and I laid down in my bed, right, and I can't
What
sleep.
happened?
I can't sleep, right, because I'm so buzzing,
Right, yeah.
and every now and then I'll just go, shake the whole of my body, and then I'd have to pick up my phone and look at it.
But you know what? I hear it because
Because I can't sleep. I was just, I've watched Arsenal lose and can't sleep, and all I think about is the game. And I've gone to bed and I
gonna
can't
lie,
sleep, and we won.
Because you won.
Huh?
I've never been so affected.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, I was affected.
Well, you can't
Yeah.
sleep.
No,
Yeah.
no, not to the point of sleeping. That
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
no,
Yeah, I think I get
I
I get
just
way
play-
too
I
No,
just
vexed.
play-
I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I was
No, what I
saying,
like to do is like every couple of days pick up the thing and look at the table again. But
And you hope you was
like,
Oh, no,
look
no,
at
no,
us.
do you know what I
And then
do?
the whole of the
I
following day,
obsess.
big YouTube, just rewatching
That's what
the
I was
highlights.
gonna say.
Listening to the comments,
That's
just
it.
all over it.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was gonna say. I
Because
obsess.
when we lose, I will not go on any social media
First.
for
First,
days
I do the same
to
shit.
let it pass.
I do the
I
same
hear
shit.
that.
Yeah,
I hear that.
But when we win,
I'm not that
all
precious.
over it. Yeah.
No, I don't want to see people chatting shit about my team. Like I just.
I already
don't.
know how I
I
feel.
won't purposely look for
Yeah.
it, fight whatever. But I'm not like.
Especially when it's indefensible. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
You
Or
can't-
if
can't
it's
do nothing
against
about it.
like if it's against a big rival, so like if we lose against Spurs,
Oh, yeah,
Miller,
City, I don't
I
wanna
don't do
know.
anything. I don't
Yeah,
want to hear the
real
Arsenal
though.
fans.
Yeah, I hear
No,
that.
I hear
Right.
it.
I
Those are
don't want to
different.
do nothing to the next game when they
Do you
start
know
talking
what?
about
If
the
it's
next
a big
game.
team, I don't mind so much. If it's one of the smaller teams,
Well,
like
smaller,
that, I get
easier team.
more pissed off.
It's stuff because it's like it's true. Like because
Like,
you're like,
do you see Chelsea? I'm
is it Chelsea? Who did? Was it
They-
Ipswich?
No, they played zipper in the conference.
Oh yeah,
league.
you lot
And it
lost.
was the
You went
first
through, but you lost.
game we lost. We
Yes.
were unbeaten.
But you also didn't you lose against Ipswich? The
Yeah,
the weekend prior.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually,
And you know what pissed
and
me
I
off
watched
about
that
that?
game, and I was watching it, and I was like, I was convinced
gonna come back.
that you was gonna come back and win.
Yeah.
And I think I
remember
said
you
it
were
to you.
saying
You got
in the
plenty of
group,
time.
yeah, you
So-
said it.
And even when you got the goal, I was like,
We had a disallowed goal as well. So when
but the disallowed goal was a disallowed goal.
no, but when it was disallowed, I knew it was over. Remember, I kept on saying
Yeah,
to you
yeah.
like it's over,
Yeah.
it's over. That pissed
and
me
I was
off.
still saying, no man, you're gonna
Because
have
no,
another
we're gonna come back,
opportunity. You're
Kings.
gonna have another.
No, because we're gonna come back, Kings. But what pissed me off about the whole thing is, I think that weekend, it was that weekend and the weekend before where Forest had dropped points, you had dropped points. I'm not 100% sure if you. No, all the top 5 had dropped points. So I was like, this is a fucking opportunity. Kind of thing.
Yeah,
You've
for
let
you guys
City
to get some
sneaking
points.
behind us.
In
Oh, I
fact,
think it's
I was.
time we
In
lost
fact,
to
I was
Fulham,
so
innit?
happy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say when you travelled, you'll
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
yeah.
was so happy because we drew. So we dropped points.
Yeah.
Because I was at the game.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, seeing everybody else be beneath us dropping points.
Dropping
Because our
points.
second place is not
In jeopardy.
guaranteed.
Yeah, but it's not
I
jeopardy.
think it's. But
Oh, you know what?
what's the
Now
price difference?
it's a little bit
Actually,
tighter.
I
Are
mean,
you
it was.
serious?
So
Yeah.
basically, that weekend, I think not this weekend, just gone. The weekend before,
Yeah.
top 5, not including Liverpool as well, all drop points. So I was like, it's just
Except for
remember
Newcastle.
it.
Except
I
for
remember-
Newcastle.
Oh,
No,
mate,
but Newcastle lost
we're
it
going to
the-
talk about them in
the
a
week
second.
after, the week before, the week after, 1 and 2. I'm thinking of Forest. Sorry, I'm thinking of
Yeah,
Forest.
Newcastle. So
Yeah.
Newcastle
Yeah.
now third.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking
Newcastle
Forest.
third. They're third.
So
yeah,
my
because they beat,
frustration
I think,
was
5-1
it
the
was an
other day.
opportunity for us to jump to widen the lead
Yeah.
of City and to get closer to Forest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, I was like, this is an opportunity. Okay, fine. That weekend's fucked up. All right. Did the same shit the weekend after with Ipswich. So I was like, you're taking the piss. We've gone from having a nice lead from City to they've leapfrogged ahead of us.
But I ain't gonna lie, I've heard rumblings from Chelsea fans
Oh, yeah.
about your coach not being 100% happy
Sure, so make it up
with
for
your
Christmas.
coach, and they were saying that because he was the coach of Leicester before he came to you.
I'm not there
and,
yet,
And
I'll be
he well, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm
saying.
not
I'm
there
hearing
yet.
rumblings, and they
Who?
about the coach for Chelsea, your coach.
Right, what about him?
That the Chelsea fans aren't 100% happy
with him.
and his style of playing.
Okay.
And the Leicester fans were saying, even though they came up with him, they were saying they weren't happy with his style of play. I don't know.
Here's the
I've
thing
never
for
really
me.
studied
Here's
him.
the thing for me. Much
What
like
do you
Amarin,
see? Yep.
he's walked into an established team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much like he got to do a little bit of pottering about at the beginning of the season, but it's still
How
not.
long has he been there? This is
This
his
is
first
first
season
season
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you get him? So did he start at the beginning?
We got him
of-
at the end of summer.
Okay, so he started in August.
Yeah, he started.
Fresh.
Yeah. He had pre-season
So,
with
yeah,
you,
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
he?
yeah. Not the whole preseason, but yeah.
But he had some.
So for me, I want to give him a little bit of
Yeah, of course.
And
I think you have
and I'm
to.
going to give him more than one. Not even this season. I'm not giving him next season. I'm giving him the season after that because at that point it's your team.
But the thing is though, I don't know if that's
He's gonna
completely
last.
true.
No, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about Chelsea boys.
No,
I'm talking about me.
No, I'm saying I don't know if that's when you say it's his team. I don't know if it's completely true because Todd Behu seems to be just running around buying players without really consulting the managers.
I hear what you're saying, but
And so,
it comes a point
If he
where
keeps buying more
I
players,
can't use that as an excuse for you. If that makes any sense. No, there does. There comes a point like right now you've walked into it. I know what you're saying, but right now I can give you the excuse of this ain't your team. You haven't picked this team. You've come with a whole pickle people, and you've had to.
So let me ask you a question. Hold on, listen. So if Bohi say buys another
Bowley.
5 players,
Yeah.
then how is he supposed to get any consistency?
No, I agree with you, but
That's what I'm saying.
I do agree with you.
And so I'm not blaming him, you know.
But I'm just saying, as a fan,
yeah.
by the time we hit the 3rd season, that ain't gonna wash with me.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're talking about, as we're talking about all of
Do you
this,
know what I
I'm
mean?
thinking about Liverpool with Klopp and
Slot.
Slot. Sorry,
Slot, and slot.
he's not.
You ain't got, yeah,
He's
you
inherited
clearly
a team that he did not buy.
Boom, and he still made it work. I mean, you'd be an idiot to fuck that up.
Do you
But-
understand what I'm
really.
saying?
But
So
it's possible.
essentially,
I think it
with
would be
what you're
interesting-
saying is
It's
correct
not-
because at this point,
Either way, are you a
it should-
gaffer? Come to the point. Are you a gaffer or not?
Because there you go, you're gonna get those players. It's a bit
You're
like
not always
I
gonna get what you
believe
want.
Amarin eventually. It's all a little bit towards the end of the season. You're seeing what he's trying to do.
And it's
It's
also
not
building
perfect.
trust. It's building. There's a
This
lot.
is it. So over him having time with the
Yeah.
players, he'll do better. But this is why, as we're talking, I'm thinking of Slot. Look what
And you know what? You can make certain man. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I think though, obviously football's about opinions, right?
Yeah.
For me, I think Slot isn't comparable because he came into a team that was fixed, settled. They weren't low. Did you buy
And
any
I
players
hear
in
you.
the
They did a couple.
Did you buy really any players in the summer
During
transfer?
summer?
I don't think he did.
Well,
Not in the
one.
summer.
Right.
Did
So he's coming to a properly settled team. It's probably not a lot of coaching for him to do.
Well, 2. Got goalkeeper and a
Right.
No, I hear
so
what
there's
you're
probably
saying.
not a lot of
I
coaching
hear
to
you,
do
Mel,
because
but
they're
I think
set. Do you know
still
what I mean?
that has to be
Yeah.
fact.
But
But it's
either
still
way-
a factor.
but
He's a
say,
new
on
coach coming
paper-
into a team. That's not
But
his.
also, deep it, yeah. On paper, majority of Chelsea's first team are elite players, yeah?
Yeah.
On paper, yeah? On paper, it should work. But sometimes shit don't work unless you rejig it like a chessboard. You got to move shit around. Just because you play on the left don't mean that's where you should be playing for this team. So for me, if you can't, it comes a point, unless it was a really, 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 really oddly put together team, unless it's really odd, there comes a point where you as a coach have got to show your metal in terms of having a vision to be like, all right, cool, this is what I have and this is how I'm going to make it work. And first season, I'm going to let you go. Second season, I'm going to let you go. But by 3rd or 4th, I would expect you to have a little bit of influence on Bowleys and the likes of that. But equally, saying I didn't pick the team 4 seasons in ain't going to wash
No,
it out.
that's
No,
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's why I said fair.
And I agree
We're
with
not doing
that.
it 10 half.
No, we're not
Sorry,
doing
not
that.
even. I don't even think even that. I think even 2 seasons in.
2 seasons
Yeah, no,
in,
it's true.
Like respectfully.
No, what you got, what you've got, because I know how I felt about Arteta, and the first season in, I think we finished outside of Europe. The second
Yeah.
season, then we finished about 8th,
Yeah, agreed.
right? But you could just see the bits of
coming
progression.
together.
And so by the third season, we're now
Yeah,
fighting,
and that's it,
right?
Mel.
Which is
So
why
you can
I
see
think
what
we
we're
can
saying, and that's it.
And,
Exactly.
so,
I'm
and not only that, we got into Champions League, we got to the quarterfinals. Didn't expect us to win, but
There's
we
other
got,
things
we got
happening.
and we finished second. We was only 2
Yeah.
points behind Man
Which
City.
is why I'm very much of the opinion. Let me give you the third season. The reason I say the third season is because obviously first season right off, I expect you to watch, look, listen.
Yeah.
Is this
blah,
his
blah, blah.
first?
This is his first. He only just started last August.
Yeah.
Second season, I expect you to have some influence on what's going on.
Absolutely.
Even if we don't win, I want to see
Change.
progress.
Yes, you
kind of
see,
thing.
like, you know what?
By
okay,
the third
you-
season, I'm
it's your
like, I'm
team.
getting hyped. I'm getting hyped in the come
should
September
have
because I'm
learned.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
getting
should
hyped
learn,
because
man.
you know what? Towards the back end, you lot was doing some business.
Thank
yeah,
you.
you do some nice. So I'm nice for the first season. If by the first season you're still not, and I'm a typical Chelsea fan. I do want to see results. We spend too much money. I do want to see results.
Of course.
So by the first season, I'm gonna be like,
She's wearing
eh.
blue to represent Chelsea.
Yes, I'm doing too. But I'm like, you're shit.
Yeah, no,
working,
you're right.
Fuck off. I want some. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the type of fan that is very used to winning shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not it's not a nice feeling.
Imagine me.
Not winning shit. It's not a nice feeling not playing European football. Like you saw how I was with the Conference League. And what I say to you from the jump, I said I'm not even gonna watch it. But if we win, you man ain't hearing the end of it. Kind of
Standard,
thing.
if we win Europa and we've
You're not
got a
having the
very
end of
good
it.
chance of it, but
So-
then you got a chance, a very good chance of winning
Well,
the
we've got to get through
Who are you
PSG.
playing? Oh,
PSG next. PSG next for Arsenal. But you see, PSG, I feel so.
But you see,
You've already beat
think-
PSG
Yeah,
once,
but
so-
Because you beat them again, it don't mean you're
No,
going
but
to do
you
it
don't
again.
walk into it scared. Is what I'm saying.
I think the result that we had
Come
against,
on, PSG.
I think that the result we had against Real Madrid will really bode us well
Oh
for
my
PSG.
gosh, totally.
We'll go into that confident. And actually, I think we're suited
For
to
PSG's
playing them kind of
game,
teams.
yeah.
Like I wouldn't have wanted to be playing.
Who's
Inter.
playing on the other one?
Who's the other? Barcelona and Inter.
No,
Who
no,
is
no.
it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Barcelona and
Inter.
Inter's the next.
So
the other
I
one.
say
Right, okay.
Who
Arsenal.
you think's going through between those
I
two?
say Arsenal, Barcelona
Barca.
I think
final.
Barca.
Barca,
I think
innit?
Inter, man. I
Oh,
think
for
Inter.
real? No, I think Barca all day long.
I think Inter.
Who's the current holders?
Yeah, because Inter
Real
do
Madrid
win.
won.
Yeah, Real Madrid were. But you
Madrid
know what?
won.
It's okay because this is
But
why I
I
said they've
think-
won it 15 times.
I
Yeah,
think
it's a lot though, isn't it? Yeah.
I
it's
think you
really
can't even
football.
cast them two times.
And also,
No.
can I just say, because you've been talking a lot, girls, right?
Is she joking? Did she not have a whole season on Man United?
Exactly.
And they're gone, Papa.
I'm just here, just
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Go on, Mama.
If you're gonna talk about Man United, man, I don't want to hear it.
Ah, cheers.
It's not me going, are you?
I
so
wasn't,
what were
but
you
because I
saying?
laughed so hard.
You forgot what you
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
I
that
think,
Real Madrid, isn't it?
so I think we're suited to teams that play open football.
You
So, are
Like
you,
PSG,
do you-
like
okay,
Real.
just skipping forward. Just say you beat PSG. Who would you prefer to play? Inter or Barca?
I think, to be honest,
I think Barca
I
would
think
suit
I
you.
prefer to play Barcelona.
Yeah, I think Barca.
Because
I
we struggle
agree.
with teams that
Yeah.
have the low block and a very defensive minded.
Oh, no, that's what the Italian
I think
teams
so.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think I would rather, and I think it would be a better game for the neutral.
Totally.
For sure, for
Ah,
sure.
I
As
well.
remembered, as you said that, I remember what I was going to say.
Oh,
For
God.
me, it's nothing to do with United. For me, it's very exciting, right? And you can, oh God, do you know what? She's ranking it.
I wanted to get it. I did wonder.
It just kind of marinated right there.
I did wonder. Go on, Mama.
We're on a podcast where we all speak, correct? When I speak, you don't have to, oh God, me. It's not always about United. I'm actually going to say that the final, I'm actually happy. It's not going to be Man City. It's not going to be Madrid. It's not the usual.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah,
It is
agreed.
not
Usual
the
suspects.
Usual
Yeah.
suspects. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
I am gassed.
So wait,
And I'm even rooting for Arsenal. Like,
No,
seriously.
I'm rooting for you.
I'm
like,
like
you are,
genuinely,
for
Mel.
real, I want it.
So, but I just want
Do
to
you know what I mean? But at this point now, because you're so rude, come on, PSG. I hope you get knocked the fuck out.
well, question.
Literally.
Okay.
Come on,
I know that
That was for your team, and you come so hard for your team.
I know that Lewandowski's got my
That
back,
win-
so it's okay.
that win came out of my system.
I couldn't even say what I was going to say.
Okay. Oh, I love it. It's like, okay.
No, to be
literally
honest
took
with
the
you,
wind out
for
of her
me,
belly now.
in some
Go on.
ways, winning the Champions League is far better
Oh yeah.
for Arsenal than winning the Premier League.
The Prem.
I suppose,
Because you've never won it.
yeah, I suppose for me, how I've always kind of viewed football is I'd like to have taken it stages. Like we haven't won the Premiership for such a long time.
Yeah.
But you have.
Yeah.
but you have.
I'm just saying
And
that.
that's
So we
it.
would be
And
like
that's the difference.
Premiership, then you Champions League. But I'm happy to take it in reverse.
It's a
I ain't gonna
No,
sit here and say
I
I don't
hear
want
it, but to add
No,
to
because
what
it kind
you
of shuts up
And
the
then I
Premier
will,
League
and then,
conversation.
and then I will
Sure.
say in my
For a little bit.
lifetime
Yeah,
now I've
for a
seen
little
everything.
bit.
Yeah, in
And
my
that's
be
why
good.
I
It
hope they
would
don't
be.
win.
And here's the thing as well, it kind of shuts up the Premier League conversation you've got. I would say it gives you another 2 seasons leeway.
I totally
No one
agree.
can chat to you. Do
Yeah,
you get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It gives you another.
yeah.
But even when you said that, so I was talking to my husband. Oh God. Anyway, talking to my and I was
Do you know
saying,
what? I need a bell. For every time she says her husband, I can just ring it. Bing, bing.
Wait, you
That's
say
what we
Vanessa
get
all the
you.
time. You just don't say it. I was
No,
talking to Vanessa.
so every time she says it, you blow it.
Yeah, that just.
Yeah, perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
and I was
She's
saying
talking
to
to
him,
her
if we
husband.
win the Conference League, we would have won every European title. He was like, yeah, but it's not the right order. I was like, I don't give a
It
fuck.
doesn't matter what order it is.
It don't matter.
Exactly.
It don't matter.
This is it.
And
Don't
on top
matter.
of that, it's looking like we ain't gonna get top 6.
Yeah, I was just
Do you
looking
think
at
so
the
now?
table.
Wait,
I was
Man
just looking at the
City. You're
table.
gonna. So Man City, where are they?
Might come
Fifth.
4th. They might come.
I think we are currently
No,
sitting
so
in
Newcastle.
You and Man City are pretty much on the same points. Is it goal
They're
difference?
just
or is it 1
they're ahead
point
of us.
difference? 1 point.
No,
So
they're
Man
2 points
City
ahead of us, darling.
Are fourth.
No, they're 5th.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
it's
Man City
Oh
are
yeah,
fifth.
because Nottingham Forest are fourth.
a
now.
full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are third.
But City has a game in. Sorry, we've got a game in hand.
You can see it playing right now.
But if you think about it, between third place and
No, you're right. It's only a
7th.
point ahead of us
Yeah.
because they're currently playing. That's why it looks like it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
third place and 7th, right? So 7th is 54 points. Third place is 59. So it's really
It's
tight.
very tight.
Very
It's very,
tight.
very
It just
tight.
How many games? How many games?
Left.
Yeah.
3. Well, for us, it's 4. Is it 36 games or 30?
38 games in
38
total.
Okay, so for us, we've got 6 games left.
Cool.
Most
so there's
have-
generally about
there's time-
6 or
there's time
7
for
games
some
if
stuff.
you don't have
But
a
at
game
this
in hand.
point, a fumble's not acceptable for anybody.
No.
to-
No.
no,
Yeah.
change
Yeah.
it. At this point, you want to win all your
And
games.
even we got Ipswich tomorrow. I'm not even convinced we'll beat them.
And that's not talking
Because
about United.
Mans
That's
don't wanna
talking
get
about you
injured
lot,
now.
innit?
Mans
That's
don't
nothing
wanna
that
get
pissed me
injured.
off. Ipswich are down. Ipswich are getting fucking relegated,
Yeah.
and we didn't beat them.
Liverpool
So
can
that's
win
why I
it.
wanted
Yeah.
to come on.
Liverpool can win it. Can we
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
Liverpool?
they have
I
won
just
it.
want to talk
They've
about
won it.
Liverpool.
They have
Sure
won
they
it.
can.
They have won it. You
They've
can't-
won
no
it
one
since
can catch them. They've won
January.
it.
Oh no, sorry. What I'm trying to say is
It's
we-
what can be said
mathematically,
officially.
yes,
Mathematically.
officially,
Yeah.
like
I think it's
we've done-
tomorrow you can win it.
Tomorrow.
Yes,
Tomorrow, want to
yes,
beat
yes.
Leicester.
My brother was like, "Oh, I just want Liverpool to win tomorrow and win it." I was like, "But they've won it already."
No, it takes the pressure off. Everyone's just
But
playing
I've just
now.
said, "But they've won it
The
already."
pressure's been
There's
off
no
anyway.
pressure.
No,
Absolutely,
no,
the
what he's
pressure's
saying
been
is,
off.
because otherwise we've got to wait till next week or the week
Oh, the
fucking
week,
after.
yeah.
I
So
just
you're
don't.
still forever
I'd
living
rather,
in
you know
the-
why I
Yeah.
want you to win it tomorrow? So when we come to your ground, you can't be wanting to beat
Yeah,
us to
but
win
yeah.
it.
So you
Because
lot
you would've
got
done
to
well
wait,
anyway.
pause. So you lot are doing the Guard of Honor.
I also,
But
I
that's
think it could be, yeah. Because I think
That's
no, I
our
think so
fault.
because I think our game is the last game at Anfield.
Either way, is it?
I think our game. So I don't. I think
think
our
so.
game. I think Arsenal Liverpool is the last game of the season.
And it's at Anfield.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool. That's better. So there
Okay,
you'll be
that's
doing the Guard of Honour for them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
all
cool.
right.
But it's on
It's
the-
fine.
but that's
We're
nice
different
for
with
you
your
lot
yards.
because it's at your
Exactly,
stadium.
stadium.
No,
So-
I would not watch that game.
So here's the thing. Oh, come on, it's not at the beginning. Anyway, listen.
I would come in 15 minutes.
Go on,
in.
Lou.
So here's my thing. Right. So right now, between Newcastle, as she said, and Aston Villa, it doesn't even stop at us because
Oh,
Bournemouth
Villa.
don't have a chance to catch up.
Yeah.
But between Newcastle, who's in third, and Villa, who's in seventh,
Yeah,
it's anybody's.
that's what I'm saying to you.
And what's the points difference? Like 1 or 2?
At this between Villa, who's 54, Newcastle,
fourth.
on 59.
Yeah.
59.
Oh, yeah.
that's
So
what I'm saying.
if
Yeah.
if they don't win their next games, when people start, but wait,
Wow.
we win our
So it's really...
Forest wins their next game, and Newcastle doesn't. They pick it back. They jump ahead.
Right.
So it's just like that kind of thing. So for
Make it
me,
interesting.
it's not guaranteed. Okay, so we finished 6th, yeah?
Yeah.
Which would mean here's the problem though: if we win conference leagues and we finish 6th, we've already got Europa place.
Yeah, so
Which
it don't
now
matter so
That's
much.
it. That
means-
doesn't matter so much.
So now
Whatever
means
is-
Villa's going to get it, kind of thing. But that's ideally what I really wanted to. Because apparently what happens is, because I did ask the question, if we do get a Champions
League place.
you choose. You have to decide which.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
So
gonna
like
choose
that-
the Europa League, ain't I?
I would.
Wait, so if you
So-
win...
I would.
Wait, can you let me understand this?
So
You
there's.
asked...
So the likelihood. So right now, first to fifth.
No, I got all of that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the choosing. You said if
Oh,
you
okay.
choose...
So imagine we win Conference League, we automatically get Europa.
Yeah, yeah,
And if we finish 6th, we get Europa.
yeah.
So if we finish 5th, we get Champions League. So at that point,
Well, of course, you're going Champions League.
not me, I pick Europa. I'm not gonna
No
lie.
way.
What,
But your
you're
game
likely to
tomorrow,
win.
your game tomorrow is going to be a tough game.
Who
against
you
Fulham.
playing?
All our games
You've
from
got
here,
Fulham at Fulham.
all our
Yeah,
games,
Fulham are
tough.
playing well.
right, and all our games from here to the end
Are tough.
are big daddies.
Well,
All our games. I think there's only Ipswich was a fucking team that I expected to win.
Yeah.
But all
and
the others
you
are big
lost.
daddy teams.
It's always the case. It's the
You
one that you
always,
expect
for
to
So
win.
let me. So now everyone's. Here's the thing. I've got to the point where I feel like either way we're getting Europa.
Yeah.
One way or not, we're
That's
getting
happening.
Europa.
Yes.
Who play in the next
I
round
was just
of
gonna
the
say
conference?
that. Yeah.
Oh,
Spurs play Bordeaux.
Even if I tell you the team, you're gonna know who the fuck they are. So you ask
Yeah, no.
Somebody.
No, because there's someone in there that I recognise. I think Florentina.
Oh, okay.
I think Florentina is still in it.
Fiorentina or Florentina?
Fiorentina.
Fiorentina.
Chelsea.
You trying to correct my speech?
No, you're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong.
She was Margarine.
Fiorentina, right? Honey, I don't know of a team called Florentina, but
So
I know
we're
there's a
playing-
Fiorentina,
Shut up.
an Italian side.
Jurgen Garden, something.
Djurgården?
Whatever.
Djurgården.
Where are they from? I wonder. Belgium.
Oh, no, fancy you.
Belgium team. But Bordeaux, the Belgium team. So Spurs play them next.
They play Bodo.
Whatever.
Bodo.
Something. Yeah,
Bordeaux?
but there's
Yeah.
something. But it's a Belgian side.
Right.
And apparently they're quite good. The Spurs play them, and I hope they beat Spurs.
Spurs are crap.
Oh, they're still in. Wait,
So
Spurs
the
are
I don't even know how they're still there. I
Spurs
don't even know
won.
how
Spurs
they.
are playing in the semi-finals. They're the other
It's with
semi-finals
some
in
shitty teams anyway, in
Europa.
them kind
So
of Europa.
so
potentially it could be an
it could be
all-English.
an all-English final.
I tell you what,
And I
right?
actually don't want it.
No,
Because you
I
guys
don't
have
think
beaten
you
us. And
Yeah,
all
I
of
was
a sudden
gonna
Spurs have
say
beaten
that.
us like
Yeah.
It was,
double
it
in
was
the
like
Premier League.
even because if Villa had beat PSG, we would have played Villa.
I know.
In the
I know.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want
This is
that.
what I'm saying, Mel. Exactly.
I think we stand a better chance.
I don't
Exactly.
like to, but you
Exactly,
might not
yeah.
have beat Villa. Only
That's what I'm
because
saying to you. I
Villa
think
won
we
it.
stood a better chance.
Yeah.
I
Against
totally
PSG.
agree.
and
I
Villa.
totally agree.
So as much as actually though, no word of a lie, when I was watching that Villa PSG game, I really wanted Villa to win.
so did I.
When they came back,
Bless
and
them,
I
and
was
that
like,
was
and
the
I kind
game,
of,
yeah.
I kind of put aside the fact that we'd been playing them in
Bless
the
you.
Champions because I
You're
thought
still
how
tired.
they
Still
did
tired.
it.
Can you see it? I just want to
Sorry,
sleep, man.
yeah.
It was an amazing game, and I kind
Yeah,
of
it
really
was.
wanted Villa to just get through that
It
goal.
was a good
All right, I'm
game.
going to ask a really dumb question.
All right.
Yeah. And it's been bothering me for a minute, but I ain't want to ask it because I want to look stupid, but I'm going to fucking ask it.
Listen, you just got to ask. Go for it.
Yeah. So,
Right.
with the new format
Yeah.
in the Champions League,
Yeah.
you play, because I remember I asked you earlier, I said, is it 2 legs for the next
Yeah.
game? So it is 2 legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all
So
always,
it's-
always,
so
always,
always-
So,
always.
it's literally a league format. So it doesn't come down to who wins the last game.
No.
It's
So
literally-
basically, it took me to watch it and to fully understand it. So
Yeah.
basically, I think, and it works in all the European competitions. It's all the same, right? So you have a league of I don't know 18 teams or
Teams,
whatever,
yeah.
and like the top 8 then go through to the knockout stages,
Yeah,
which is
automatically.
the last 16, the last 8, the semis and the quarters. So, but you play the teams in the league. You whomever you play, you only play once.
So at this point, the points don't even matter.
Now,
Yeah.
no. Now
cool.
it's just goals.
Just goals.
Yeah, it's just
So,
goals, yeah.
so literally, it is whoever wins the final wins.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
Yeah. So whoever wins, scores more goals, wins basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and that's
cool.
it.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
Basically.
Exactly. It makes sense.
What
It
was
makes
that?
sense.
Whoever's that card, Tina, come in, Tina.
So I actually want to talk
As
about
I said, whoever scores the most
She
goals
understood.
wins.
She's taking the
Just
piss.
No, she's taking
Right.
this.
Virgil
Even I need to
van
take
Dijk
this.
and Salah have signed. How do you feel about that? And what can I just? What's taken them so long to get to this point? Like, why did they leave it? I mean, I'm glad they've signed
2
for
years,
you,
1 year?
2.
but like, it's taken them. Yes, 2 years for both of them. And Virgil van Dijk is stoked. Like, he's so
Yeah.
happy. The interview that he did, it was like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like he wanted to stay, but so it's like, why would the
How
conversations? I
old is-
wonder.
How old is Van Dijk?
Isn't he 32? Or is it 20 something? Hold on. Van Dijk. Are you on it?
Yeah.
And how old is Salah?
Salah's 34?
33.
33?
So he's got a contract till he's 35.
Yeah.
And he's on 400k a week.
Yes.
So that's
the
Van Dijk
highest,
I'm talking
yes.
about, not.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying the
yeah.
two of them
Yeah.
because it'd be interesting. I'm not gonna say nothing more than that.
No, please say.
No, I just wonder whether, and I presume, my guess is that probably Liverpool had wanted to offer them a year, and they refused to
They
take the year.
refused
to
That's
take
why
the
they
year,
had to
and
bang
then
on
they
two.
got me on
Cool,
two.
there we go.
Because you
And
know
that's
when
why I
you get to
wanted
that
to make
age,
sense.
all
Yes,
you need is an
yes.
injury, and you probably not because they're getting up in age.
Yeah.
And paying that, I think that what I mean is they've come out fantastically
Of course.
well.
Of course.
Totally.
Of course.
But then I think it's well deserved. If the way I'm saying that in football terms, if you're going to throw this big money, we talk about Man United, for instance, who throw big money
At the kids.
at kids and all of this. I'm just, you know, and then the team's not even doing that well. So for me, aside Mo Salah has been a player who has been Liverpool.
You don't even look.
What is he
He
like?
don't look tired. He's
No, he does, man.
33.
He's dropped off a shape since
No,
the
but-
start of the start of.
No, but you
since
know
after
what?
the
as
game.
well,
know
you
what?
can't.
Yeah,
Which
but
is what he
man,
does.
yeah, but-
Which is what he does.
You said that.
But either way, you cannot shit on his
And he's-
performance
because of
from
that.
start
I'm
to
not.
now.
I'm absolutely not. I think they've come out well. I'm absolutely not saying. I'm not.
And a man of his age, no
And
injuries.
yeah, that's what I said.
Exactly.
They've come out.
You
They've come
very
out great.
rarely
Yeah,
hear
I'm
Mo
not.
Salah is
I'm not
injured.
knocking it at all. But I wonder when you think about like, financial fair play.
Right.
What you say?
What financial fair play? What that means Liverpool now can't do.
What player was that?
No, I wonder now.
That's all I'm really saying.
That thought. You said it so quick.
Oh,
Oh, I went. I thought you said someone's name.
no.
Somebody won't let me up now.
But the thing is,
He's
she
a
called
new
him quick.
winger.
I love it. Go on.
Yeah, but I was thinking in terms of financial fair play, and this is just a pondering.
And
I
that
don't
does it.
know
Mm-hmm.
if what that might restrict in terms of Liverpool's business going
I
forward.
don't think
Forward.
Liverpool to spend the cash the way
Because
most
we don't
teams
really.
do.
Because
Yeah,
they're
we
all
don't
right.
splash.
They have in the past, though. Trust me. They
But that's
have.
the past. It's present.
And they've got a couple. They've got a couple positions that
this is what I'm
even though
saying
they've
now.
done really well.
Yeah,
I
now
think
we
they're
don't
Remember,
probably.
Trent's gonna go. Well,
Well, we're
Is
not
Trent
sure
gonna go?
because no,
I
that's
don't know.
another.
It's
We're not
still-
sure. That's another thing. The talks might
It's
be
still
well,
on the
when
table.
I
but
was-
that's still not decided.
well, when I was talking to my godson, right, and he's an avid Liverpool fan.
How come you can say when I was talking to my godson, but I can't say
When
I was talking to my husband?
Well, because you say it all the time, and that's it. So he's an avid Liverpool fan, and I sort of said the last time I saw him, I was saying to him, "Oh, what do you think about Van Dijk, Trent, and Salah?"
Salah.
And he turned around and he said to me, "This was a good 3 or 4 weeks ago." He said to me, "Salah will stay, Van Dijk will stay, Trent will go." And certainly so far, so said, so done. But obviously he's a Liverpool fan, so he knows much more about
Well, the
Liverpool
going ins
than
and
I would.
outs.
You know
Yeah,
what? I
of
was just
course.
about to ask. I was just about to say, oh, well, I guess it depends if Liverpool win the Premier League. Why do you want to leave that team? But let's be honest, they're gonna
He's
win.
won
They're
everything. They're going to win the Premier League, but he's won everything.
Yeah. He's won
everything.
He's
Yeah.
done everything, and I think this, like Rooney
Maybe he
said
wants
to
a new
me,
challenge.
go, absolutely go. Do you know what I mean? What
Whatever
are you
makes you
staying
happy.
for?
How do
Go
you
right
think
ahead.
about it, Tim?
I'm. You know what? I'm not hating.
Yeah.
He's still young. You know, he's been there for forever. He's done it all, seen it all. You know, you can't restrict a man just because you
As
were
football fans, why
born
do
in
we
a
feel like
sense
we
at
can
that
do that?
particular. You know,
And it's not fair to be like, oh, he said he would.
No.
He also said that when he was much younger as well. People are entitled to
exactly.
change their
You
minds.
But that's
entitled.
my
Exactly.
question.
That's
Like,
life.
as football
That's
fans,
life.
it's quite crazy that we think we've got a say really in what you do with
What
your
we
career.
do,
But what we
No.
do is we're passionate about our club.
No,
We
Yeah,
love
but
it.
when you
passionate or
deep
not.
it,
keep our
I know
best
this-
players,
no, but
right?
she's right.
No,
When you
no,
deep it,
Mel.
you
I
can't
hear
tell
it.
somebody
Like,
they
it's
shouldn't
the
leave
correct-
it,
it's
whether or
some-
not
yeah,
it makes
of
them
course.
happy.
Of course,
It's
of course.
something we enjoy. Look, sports is there for us, of course, and there's no football without fans. I totally hear it. But again, when you deep it comes to a point where you're like, yo, yes, of course I don't
And I
want you to
suppose,
go.
and
But you do you.